Before you judge me, try it out. I'm a little bit starstruck. This tastes so good. Let's give these pancakes a try, shall we? Well, hello. We are fresh back from the gym and it is time to make my meal prep. Often get asked how I do my meal prep or what do I eat, if I can give some meal inspiration. The issue is I always eat the same thing. That kind of makes it boring, like I can't give you good recipes or something. My meals are super simple. Like I take all the veggies that I have, then a protein source, which usually is chicken, just because it has the best macros. And then I choose one source of carbs. Last week that was sweet potato, sometimes that's even pasta. This week I want to change it up a little bit and I'm only gonna meal prep my chicken and my veggies. And then every time I come from the gym and I'm gonna have lunch, I can kind of think if I want to add more carbs. I can kind of pick and choose what I'm in the mood for. I meal prep even though I'm home. Yeah, I just do to save time and to reduce the decision fatigue. So yeah. Let's see what veggies I have and what we're gonna cook up today. Frozen peas are so good. Okay, so what we have left is a little bit of Brussels sprouts, 2 carrots, mushrooms, bell pepper, and my peas, and chicken. So that's all that I'm gonna prep. So basically I just cut everything, throw it in the pan, and call it a day. Because I eat at home, I can heat it up and then add avocado, cottage cheese, or whatever my heart desires. So I can spice it up afterwards. So I actually didn't have enough chicken for the whole week. I had some tofu left, so today I'm gonna have veggies with the tofu that's still in the pan. But I wanted to show you a cheat sheet for spicing up your meals, which is a sauce. We know the store-bought sauces are high in sugar and high in calories, so this is a banging combination. You add Greek yogurt with ketchup. It may sound disgusting, but hear me out. The ketchup cancels out the sourness of the Greek yogurt and it just tastes good. Before you judge me, try it out. I beg you. And you add more protein, some probiotics, and I mean, yeah, ketchup is sugar, but because you mix it, I'm gonna show you, there's not gonna be a lot of ketchup in there. So we're gonna grab some Greek yogurt. And this obviously I'm not gonna meal prep. I'm not gonna put in the toppers. I'm just gonna do that for today. So I'm gonna take like 2 spoons of Greek yogurt and then we're gonna do a little, oh my god, a little squirt of ketchup. Like this. That's 20 grams, equals 20 calories actually. And then you're gonna mix it. And obviously you can add some spices in here, but to be honest, you don't need it. Okay, I'm gonna clean up the mess and then we're gonna finally assemble my lunch. Oof. And we're gonna try. Honestly, this looks so good. And especially because I always put it on this dark plate. In my opinion, it looks super aesthetic. So we're gonna give it a try. The cats are going crazy. I like it, really. I mean, I may not look convinced, but it's very good. That's one thing off the checklist. Oh my god! Talking about checklist and thinking about food. I have a very big life update for you. Because this morning, before I went to the gym, I spontaneously decided to write my first nutrition coach license exam. Okay, so I haven't talked a lot about my studies, but basically I'm doing like an online license to become a nutrition coach. And it has license C, which is like the lowest level, or like the first level, and then you can do license B, license A. After a few weeks of dreading of doing my first exam, the license C exam, I finally, this morning I was studying and I was like, for what am I pushing this? Like, I know my stuff. I was studying for a long time now and I was pushing it and pushing it. So this morning I was like, you know what? No more pushing. I didn't tell anyone. I just sat down, I did it, boom. The thing is, the correction takes like 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks, I will update you if I passed. Or maybe, I don't know when this video is gonna go up. If I already have my results, did I pass or did I not pass? So that's a very big win because now I can continue with my license B. We wrote an exam today, we hit legs, and we meal prepped. We're setting up the week. Amazing. Great, stunning. That's how I like it. I'm gonna enjoy my food now, which is, to be honest, already cold, but still delicious. Also, something that I want to implement is this beautiful evening walk that I'm doing right now. And first of all, don't come for my fit. This is my boyfriend's like fleece sweater because I was cold and now it's the perfect temperature. Honestly, I love this type of weather. But what I wanted to say, I want to implement a daily afternoon, like low-key evening walk because all my movement is at the first half of the day. So at some point in the morning I go to the gym and I do my cardio there and it's all good and fun. But I'm done with my daily movement basically before lunch. Starting from lunch until I go to bed, I just sit around and I would like to move more. I think it would be good for me to be more active outside of the gym. So I'm gonna do these evening walks. I'm not listening to music, not to podcasts. I told myself these walks are to wind down, to reflect on the day. I think you get the point. So this is something I want to implement. And if there weren't so many dogs barking, this would be very peaceful. Good morning. Well, hello. It is the next morning. It's the next morning and this girl has a doctor's appointment. It's usually I wouldn't share this, but because I mentioned in my last video that I'm really struggling with gut issues and the last week has been so bad that every day I got nauseous. I don't know from what food it was because I didn't eat the same thing every day. Always after breakfast, like 1-2 hours after breakfast, I got sick to my stomach, and then sometimes I got sick before going to bed, and I can't pinpoint any type of food that would trigger that. I decided to make a doctor's appointment to hopefully do some tests to find out what's triggering my nausea and the bloating and all the issues. And because I always talk about what I eat and health and stuff, I'm gonna share this as well with you guys. I'm at the doctor now, and something I want to mention as well is, well, if you've been watching, you know that I live in Spain. So I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna have to explain myself and my issues in Spanish. Kind of makes me a bit more nervous than I should be. The last few months I've been getting over my fear of speaking Spanish, which is great. I had to Google some words, obviously. It's not like I practiced the speech, but I kind of prepared my vocabulary a bit, like I was gonna get into a Spanish test. That's part of it, So to be honest, I don't even know what the point of this video is. I just want to share my issues. So let's hope everything goes well, and they're gonna do some tests. Probably not today, but then I'll get another appointment. So we made it back from the doctor. Besides that, I had to wait for I don't know how long. It went well. I'm surprised I could explain myself very well. I'm gonna get some blood tests done and all, but it's gonna take some time until I get those tests. So we made it back from the gym and now it's time to have some lunch. I'm gonna tan a little bit, but with the wind it's a bit fresh, so I'm gonna do like a, but I want to show you my lunch because, as I said yesterday, I didn't meal prep any carb because I have my meal prep and the rest of it is in this beautiful wrap. So gym was a success. And now we're gonna get in some vitamin D and some food. I just came back from my walk and I wanted to share some thoughts before I go and take the shower. I mentioned that I'm gonna implement these evening walks to kind of, reflect on the day and kind of wind down, get some thoughts out of my brain, and it is helping. It is day 2 and it's helping. But to get to the point, this afternoon I was in a very snacky mood. If you don't know, I'm currently tracking my food again for 2 reasons. I want to know what's upsetting my stomach, but also the weight that I gained over the last few months because I was not in the right headspace. I'm trying to get off again to summer. Yeah, so I was in a very snacky mood. I was kind of anxious today and or bored. I can't really pinpoint. I don't know what it was. I was sitting here in the sun. I was tanning. I was studying. And I kept going back to the kitchen to get some snacks. And to be fair, I'm gonna be very transparent here what I ate. I ate 4 pieces of dark chocolate. I ate 2 oranges and an apple. So any outstanding person would be like, what do you mean? That sounds super healthy. And I know because we don't keep any, let's call them unhealthy snacks, processed food snacks at home. But I know myself, if we would have had any unhealthy thing in this pantry or fridge, I would have eaten it. Even though what I ate or what I snacked on wasn't unhealthy, first of all, I can feel that my stomach is still upset by it. I feel super full. The nausea I had this morning is kind of coming back at certain moments. It's a very weird feeling. Okay, it was fucking 2 oranges, an apple, and some chocolate. It's not that big of a deal. What's upsetting is that my stomach is hurting, even though those are healthy things, but that's exactly why I went to the doctor this morning, to find out what's happening there. Yeah, I just wanted to share those thoughts if you're ever in a moment where, I don't know, you feel bad about yourself because you snacked or you binged or whatever. Yeah, I don't even know if that was helpful. I just wanted to share. But well, also, tonight, continuing talking about food, I want to make this, I don't know if it's viral, but this famous cottage cheese pizza. So, shower, and then you'll see me again when I'm going to make the pizza. Well, welcome to the kitchen. Freshly showered, oven is preheating, and we're gonna make the pizza now. Basically, the dough is an egg, cottage cheese, and flour, and you adjust until you have the right texture. Then you add some salt or whatever spice you want, and then you just flatten it out on the tray, basically. And then you have to put it in the oven. You have to pre-bake the base, and then after that gets crunchy or gets a good color, we're gonna add the tomato sauce and whatever toppings you want and cheese. And then you put it back into the oven and see how it turns out. I can tell you the base calories are, so 1 egg, 100 grams of cottage cheese, and I have 50 grams of flour is 340 calories and 23 grams of protein. Well, would you look at that? This looks so promising and I'm so happy about it. I mean, you see this? This is like a stable, like, pizza base. On the risk of getting burnt, let's try it. Wait. Oh my god. Let's try the crispy end. You gotta be kidding me. I'm a little bit starstruck. This tastes so good. You have to try it. Next time I would add a bit more salt because it doesn't have a lot of taste because I made like a margarita style. Do you see this? That's a freaking pizza. Tomorrow morning is when you're gonna see me next because I want to show you my go-to breakfast at the moment. Good morning. First of all, it is a rare occasion that I don't wake up and put on new clothes. Yeah, because this morning we're not gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna meet with a friend, but I'm gonna have breakfast first, obviously. So funnily enough, the dough for the pancakes is the same that for the pizza yesterday. But in this case, instead of salt and spices, we're gonna put cinnamon and some honey. So the dough is a bit sweeter. And this is now the dough. It doesn't look great. The thing is, you can always blend it if you don't want the lumps of the cottage cheese. But to be honest, I've been eating it like this also because I'm just too lazy to take out the blender and clean the blender and you know the shebang. Can you see me? I hope you can see me. It's a bit bright, but look at these pancakes. Let's give these pancakes a try, shall we? There you go. Now you can see my pancakes. I put some frozen blueberries, Greek yogurt, and some honey on it. What a beautiful day. I have nothing to add. These are my go-to breakfast pancakes. Well, good morning. It is another day. And I didn't plan on filming today, but because I told you that from the omelets I'm getting nauseous, like from the breakfast, and I showed you my pancakes yesterday, I decided to show you my third breakfast option that I usually rotate, which is a yogurt bowl. And obviously you can build your yogurt bowl however you want. So I'm gonna show you mine today. This also differs on different days, but today we have obviously yogurt, then we have some chia seeds, banana, this is some like low sugar granola, and some peanut butter powder mixed with oat milk, because it's not a healthier version of peanut butter, but you can have more for less calories, which I want. And it's also higher in protein for whatever reason. They extract the oils don't ask me. Yeah, And with that, I'm gonna end the video. I hope you liked some of the recipes that I showed you, or just in general the meal inspiration. That's the word. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, leave a comment, and leave a follow. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.